Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about the brand new Becca foundation. This is called the Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation, and I picked it up in the shade Warm Honey. So according to Becca, this is supposed to give you a light but buildable coverage that imparts like a luminosity to your skin that looks like you're lit from within. So this kind of goes along with what Becca is always doing, is giving us products that make us look luminous and healthy and youthful. So I was really excited to try this. Now, as you all may remember, I used to have like combination dry skin, but now my skin is more on the normal to oily, not really oily, more normal to combination skin. So I do get oily in my T-zone, but I don't really get oily anywhere else. But I don't really have a problem with a lot of dryness anymore. So we'll see how this works out on my skin. Now this foundation only comes in 8 shades. However, it's supposed to have some technology in it that makes it adjust to every skin tone. Becca actually posted a picture on Instagram showing, I believe this shade actually, is either this shade or the shade lighter than it, showing how it could work for like 3 different skin tones. I'll post that picture in here so you guys know what I'm talking about. So today I'm going to be trying this foundation out. This will be my first time trying it, and I will do check-ins throughout the day so you can see how it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and switch you all over to the demo. Okay, so I'm starting out with just primed skin. I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. So this kind of gives me just a smooth finish on the skin. It can be slightly mattifying, but I chose that one because I know this is going to be a luminous foundation. So I mainly just apply it like in my T-zone on the areas where I get oily. So I'm going to start by shaking it up. The packaging on this is really interesting. The way that you do it is to twist the cap, and then the little top pops up. You press down on that to get the foundation in the actual dropper, and then you twist off the cap. And now you have foundation here in your dropper. So I'm just going to squeeze out everything that's on the dropper onto the back of my hand. And that's that. It's not that much, so that should be a good amount, I think, at least to start out with. So I'm going to be using my Sedona Lace FB07 to apply this. And I'll start on one half of my face. So I'm actually a little bit surprised. The way people have been talking about this foundation, I thought I was going to be super shiny, but really it doesn't look that luminous to me. Maybe the primer that I use, but I mean, in my opinion, if you're going to be using a luminous foundation and you don't want it to be too luminous, you use a somewhat mattifying primer. So yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. As you can see, it kind of just evened out my skin tone. It looks really natural. It didn't cover very much. So that's something to think about. This is only going to give you lightweight coverage, but it does give me a nice like even finish. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of my face, and then if I need to add more foundation, I'll just do that in the areas that I need to. This is what it looks like with one very light layer of foundation. I'm just going to go ahead and add some in the places where I think I need it. So I have to say, I'm not liking the dropper because I feel like when I try to get some more in there, it just doesn't get enough, and I feel like I just keep going back in. I don't know if y'all could see that, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of the dropper at this moment. It looks cool, but I don't really like the way it works. So I put that much on my hand. I'm kind of just going to pat this in the areas where I think I need it. Alright, so this is what it looks like, and I really like it. I think that it gives me a natural looking finish. It's slightly luminous, but not overly so. Just very, very slight, actually. I have a lot of foundations that are a lot more luminous than this. So far so good. I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back in a few. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I'm done with my makeup. I applied concealer underneath my eyes. I set that area, but I did not set my whole face, as usual. And then I just applied like powder, blush, bronzer. Those are only other powder products I applied. So this is what it looks like. And I have to say that so far so good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I have like a lit from within glow going on. But I don't look shiny at all. Like, this to me is not super luminous, which is what I was concerned about. Now I am wearing some highlighter, which I forgot to mention, but it's a very subtle highlighter. This is one of the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting powders, one of the new things that came out. So it's a very subtle highlighter, but I am wearing that just here on my cheekbones. So everywhere else is just the foundation. So also, just to mention how it feels on my face, it does feel like I'm wearing nothing, which I really like. It doesn't feel sticky at all. Yeah, it kind of just feels like skin, and it feels very lightweight on the skin. It kind of reminds me of the Lancome New Miracle foundation as far as the way it feels, which is one of the foundations that I really love. I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing about that, but yeah, so we'll see how this works out. Alright, so the time is now 8:14, so I will be back in a couple hours to let you guys know how it's holding up. Okay, so I'm back and the time is now 1:39, so I've had this makeup on for a little bit over 5 hours, and I have been out and about running around. Now true, it is winter, but it's still like 70 degrees here, so I kind of been, you know, out doing stuff, and I think my face still looks pretty good. Even though this is a luminous foundation, I don't feel like I'm oily here in my T-zone. So far, this is a winner for me. I am so pleasantly surprised because based on other reviews that I've seen on this, I thought I would be greasy in like 3 hours. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. I don't see any places where it's broken up on my skin. It still feels really good. Like when I touch my skin, it feels like I'm wearing nothing. But I still have coverage, so it's still on there. And I am a little bit luminous, but I don't look oily or greasy at all, even in my T-zone. So thankful for that. And yeah, I'll be back in a few hours to let you guys know how it's holding up. Hey y'all, I'm back and the time is now 6:53. So I've had this foundation on for about 11 hours. And yeah, it's pretty much gone. Not completely gone, but it definitely has broken up some. Mainly on my nose and like here on my jaw and jawline and chin. Now part of that could be because I touched there or my baby touches there. So foundations tend to kind of wear off on me in those spots. It's normal for me. But I can see that my blush looks pretty much gone. I don't know if that's because of the blush I chose or it's because the foundation is gone, but I definitely can tell that I have less coverage than what I had before. So that's okay with me. It's been 11 hours, so I expect that. I still think that the foundation wore well. It held up well. I like the finish that it gave me. I think that it gave a really nice natural look, but it added something extra. It gave me a little bit of luminosity to make me look younger and healthier. So yeah, so far so good. Okay, so I am back, and since I did the first part of this video, it's been probably at least a week now. So I've really been playing with this foundation and using it a lot, and I have to say I really enjoy it. I did want to come back to you just because I felt like, I don't know, I'm still trying to get back in the hang of doing my first impressions, and so I kind of felt like it was undone, but I didn't want to completely trash the video. So I just decided to go ahead and come back to you all and give you some follow-up. So the things that I found after wearing this foundation for a few more days is that I can get medium coverage. I'm wearing it today. So I can get medium, light to medium coverage, but nothing beyond that. I find that when I try to cake up more on top of that, it just becomes more obvious that I'm wearing foundation, but doesn't give me more coverage. Another thing is that I can set this with powder. However, I like it personally without powder, and that's how I'm wearing it now. I do get oily after wearing it probably about 4 hours or so. And at that point I can either blot or touch up with a little bit of like powder. I use the NARS All Day Luminous. I can't recall what the name of it is, but I use that, and that kind of gives takes away some of the shine, but still gives the luminous finish. So yeah, I will use that if I need to, but most times I don't touch this up. I just will blot when I feel like it's getting a bit too oily and then continue on my day. So I think this will work best for people with either normal to dry skin. If you are oily, you probably still can make it work if you want to. You just need to make sure you use a mattifying primer and set it, and I think you'll like it. The finish is just really beautiful on it. I don't know if you all can tell on camera, but in person it looks luminous and glowy, but not overly so, and it just makes me look healthy. So I'm really liking it so far. So that's it. If you all have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll be sure to try to get back with you as soon as I can, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.